Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking the Reddit Rose report. Let's see if this does any different. Got a new camera. WWE Tag Team Champions, A New Day reportedly wants to fly around the. Now this is going to be wonderful. Around the AT&T Stadium on unicorns before the big entrance at WrestleMania 32 next month. I don't know how they're going to get Big Boy flying around, but anyway, last word: WWE officials had not approved the idea, but it's noted that they have less than a 50-50 chance of getting it approved. Big E recently spoke with Guide Life, whatever that is, and confirmed that they've been working on a big surprise entrance. Says we've already kind of started getting people excited about our entrance, and I've kind of wanted to temper expectations, but we had some media hits this morning, and Woods and Kofi were already telling people to look for our entrance. So I suppose WrestleMania entrance is the big plan, but there's a good chance that it all gets nixed, and people would be very disappointed, but we have something cooking anyway. All right, Titus O'Neil said this about his suspension and the little incident with Vince McMahon. He says, I've always believed all things are always positive in it. There's always positives in all things. Put that away. He said, I made a mistake at an inopportune time. Regardless of that, it's too harsh or overreacting for what people said I ought to do. But he said, all stems from my mistake. Whether I agree or not, I'm owning up to it and doing what I normally do in any other situation. Friends, including Batista, told him to quit WWE, but Titus says, they're right. I could go and coach, or I could do a lot of stuff at the end of the day, but says I never quit anything in my entire life. I don't have to quit button on me. I've been homeless. I've been beaten. I've been lied to. I've been persecuted more ways than one, and I'm still here. There's nothing in this world that can stop me from what God has called me to do. I see now people are rooting for him. He says, this makes me more successful in business. He says, I'm going to finish out my contract and see what happens from there. All right. Announcer JoJo, I think this is yesterday, may have turned 22 years old. And Judas Devlin, NXT star, 30 years old. Samoa Joe versus NXT champion Finn Balor, and Austin Aries taking on Baron Corbin has been announced for the April NXT takeover in Dallas. That's the same week that WrestleMania 32 is going on. So here's what we got on the NXT schedule: is Samoa Joe taking on Finn Balor, NXT champion or title on the line. It says to be announced. I don't know who that is, but anyway, taking on Bayley. NXT Tag Team Champion must be the same person because it says to be announced. Taking on Dash and Dawson. Austin Aries taking on Baron Corbin. Nakamura taking on Sami Zayn. And more coming. I'll let you know who the to be announced are. WWE starting to edit out Seth Rollins' curb stomps from videos on the network. Why they can't leave things alone. Esquire has published an open letter from the Iron Sheik. I don't know how they did that, but kind of hard to figure out what he's saying other than, somebody had to interpret his accent and the words. But anyway, he's got an open letter to Hulk Hogan in regards to his current legal battle with Gawker. A little part of what he said was, Hulk Hogan, even though sometimes you, the half howdy doody looking jabroni guitar playing, still are one of the boys. Today, the new generation don't know how to get respect in life, and it goes. Nobody gives a F about history. Only care about what's happening at this second. I always choose a lot of respect for the people that get cheap heat. Cheap heat is you get from the easy way. You make somebody look bad, and that's cheap heat. This is what I have a problem with Gawker. All right, ECW original Pit Bull Gary Wolf turns today 49 years old. NXT trainer Robbie Brookside turns 50. WWE has announced a new KO Mania t-shirt after Kevin Owens. Official theme song for Saturday's Roadblock is now out. It's Out of the Black by Royal Blood. WWE's announced a live network special going to be coming in September now. I'm talking about after summer. We haven't got into nice weather, but anyway, it's going to be on Wednesday from the O2 Arena, London. Tickets go on sale March 16th. O2 announced that, said WWE has announced a unique brand of action-packed entertainment returning to London for a one-off special September 7th at the O2 Arena. Don't miss the opportunity. And, of course, they list some superstars going to be there. And it's worth noting the WWE website has Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon advertised for April 11th Raw's show from the Staples Center. And that's 1 week after WrestleMania 32. So is that telling you maybe Undertaker's going to win? Others being advertised is as usual suspects, nobody out of the ordinary. This was not in the WWE official WrestleMania 33 announcement, but F4W Online reports that there is NXT TakeOver event going to be going on in Orlando, and it's called TakeOver Orlando. The event's scheduled the Friday before WrestleMania 33, March 31st, 2017. It's going to be at the Amway Center. And it looks like the reports from Main Attraction Management that WWE Restaurant and Museum would be operating in Universal Studios Orlando in time for WrestleMania 33 next year. But guess what? It's not right. A source close to the project says that will be located where the former NBA City spot. I've never been there, so I don't know where NBA City spot is. It's been revealed that the attraction may end up being there as it's going to be like maybe a Universal theme concept. Not the WWE attraction, but Universal has yet to actually approve and reveal any plans for the NBA City. So, we'll find out. And Mr. Anderson revealed in a recent indie event that he is no longer with TNA. There's a video of Mr. Anderson saying F-U-C-K TNA. So I don't know if that did it or not, but Anderson last appeared in TNA Bethlehem, Pennsylvania taping, and he was released due to his behavior that took place that week. No word yet on what really happened, but I'll let you know as soon as I know. All right, there's been since we're talking about rumors and stuff, there has been a lot of speculation of internal talk lately about issues between Triple H and Vince McMahon, which could be legitimate or exaggerated, but the talk has increased since Shane returned. There's a feeling that Shane ends up coming back to the company in an executive role. That will lead to Vince McMahon playing Shane against Triple H and Stephanie. Apparently, the plans for WrestleMania 32 program were changed last few days. While the opening of Raw segment is usually rewritten every week, the opening promo for this Monday's Raw in Chicago's was rewritten just before the show started. Kind of, last minute stuff, but anyway, it was supposed to have Shane responding to what Stephanie had said last week. He was supposed to say a key line that Stephanie and Triple H better make good on their promise to quit WWE if he wins at WrestleMania, because if they don't, he will fire them the next night on Raw in Dallas. Well, worth noting that the word going around that Shane got lost, I guess, during the promo in Chicago. Shane also got lost during his return promo 2 weeks ago, and Vince reportedly did a good job at covering for him to where it wasn't noticeable to the crowd that much. But if we're listening on this end, you kind of notice he wandered. Plus, he kind of even just didn't get started real good last Monday either. So, duh. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.